Have you ever thought about your mind as a kind of inner technology? It sounds a bit strange, right? You think of engineering as building bridges or designing computers. But what if I told you there's an engineering to the mind, a way to build a better, happier life from the inside out? It's not about magic. It's about understanding the practical, scientific principles that govern our mental world. Today, we're going to explore some of these powerful techniques, particularly how the ancient practice of prayer can be seen as a precise, scientific process for mental and spiritual healing. This isn't about blind faith. It's about a systematic approach to tapping into the incredible power of your own mind. Let's start by reframing what we mean by prayer. Forget everything you might have been taught about it being a random plea to the universe. Prayer in its most effective form is a scientific process. Remember, no one says you have to believe in Jesus or God here. It's simply a way of affirming and manifesting a desire of yours. That's it. Just like in chemistry, where combining certain elements produces a predictable result, the same is true for your mind. When you combine specific thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, you get a specific outcome in your life. This is the law of action and reaction, fundamental principle of the universe that applies just as much to our inner world as it does to the outer one. What you put into your mind, your thoughts, your beliefs, your dominant ideas, is the action. The reaction is the response from your subconscious mind, which then shapes your experiences, your health, and your reality. So, how do we make this practical? Let's talk about what a personal prayer really is. At its core, it's the formulated idea of something we desire. It's a clear mental picture of the outcome we want to achieve. For instance, if you're dealing with a physical challenge, your prayer isn't just a hopeful wish to get better. A truly effective prayer is the act of feeling and knowing yourself to be healed, right here, right now. It's about accepting the idea of wholeness and well-being in your mind first. You are essentially choosing a specific idea, the idea of perfect health, and impressing it upon your subconscious. Think of your conscious mind as the captain of a ship. The captain gives the orders. The crew below, to cure subconscious mind, doesn't question the orders. They just carry them out. They control the engines, the steering, everything. Your job is to give the right orders. If you constantly feed your mind thoughts of sickness and fear, that's the order your subconscious receives and faithfully reproduces in your body and experience. But if you consistently give it the order of health, harmony, and peace, it will work tirelessly to make that your reality. Think about this for 1 minute. Look at what you have in your life so far. How do you think you got there? Be truthful. Now, you might be thinking, that sounds great, but how do I actually do it? This brings us to a wonderfully simple yet profoundly powerful method called the passing over technique. This technique is all about getting your desired idea past the noisy, skeptical conscious mind and directly into the receptive subconscious. The best time to do this is when you're in a relaxed, drowsy state. This is that beautiful, floaty feeling you have just before you fall asleep at night or right after you wake up in the morning before you're fully alert. In this state, your conscious mind's resistance is at its lowest. Your analytical brain isn't there to argue and say, but that's impossible. This is the golden window of opportunity. Here's how it works. Let's say you want to overcome a feeling of anxiety. As you're lying in bed, getting sleepy, begin to quietly and gently repeat a simple, positive phrase that represents your desired state. It could be something like, peace of mind is mine now. I am calm and serene. Don't force it. Don't strain. Just repeat it like a lullaby, feeling the truth of the words. The key is to distill your desire into a short, simple phrase that you can easily lodge in your memory. As you drift off to sleep, you are passing over this idea from your conscious mind to your subconscious. Your subconscious mind is most receptive at this time and will accept this new programming. It will then work on this idea throughout the night, and you'll begin to see changes in your waking life. Your reactions will start to change, and you'll find yourself feeling more calm without even trying. This technique is incredibly effective for all sorts of things: healing relationships, achieving goals, overcoming bad habits, or cultivating a sense of abundance. I used this method to become a bestseller. It was a dream of mine. A week passed and I received an email to join a group of people to write a story in a book. 3 months later, the rest is history. Let's take another example. Imagine someone is struggling with financial lack. They've been working hard but can't seem to get ahead. They're constantly worried about bills and debt. Using the passing over technique, they could create a simple phrase like, "Wealth and success are flowing to me," as they're drifting off to sleep. They would repeat this phrase, feeling the relief and security that wealth would bring. They're not just saying words, they're embodying the feeling of their wish fulfilled. By doing this consistently, they are overriding the old program of lack and scarcity with a new program of abundance and prosperity. The subconscious mind, once it accepts this new idea, will begin to influence their actions, inspire new ideas, and open them up to opportunities they might have missed before. It's not about money magically appearing under their pillow. It's about their inner state shifting, which then changes how they perceive and interact with the world, leading to new, prosperous outcomes. A doctor once used this principle to help his mother, who was suffering from a severe heart condition. The doctors had given her a grim prognosis. Every night, the doctor would sit by his mother's bedside, and while she was in a sleepy state, he would quietly affirm to her and to his own subconscious, "You are whole, perfect, strong, loving, harmonious, and happy." He did this consistently. It wasn't just hoping. It was scientifically applying a law, universal law, in which everyone has access to. Now, can you imagine if doctors were schooled to do this to their patients? He was planting a seed of perfect health in the fertile soil of the subconscious. Over time, his mother made a remarkable recovery that astonished her physicians. She had accepted the idea of health that her son had passed over to her subconscious mind. This is a testament to the fact that healing is not just a physical process, but a mental and spiritual one. This brings up an important point. You can use this technique for others as well. When you hold a thought of health, peace, and well-being for another person, you are participating in their healing process. One thing I absolutely do as much as I can is I do my best to never talk bad on any subject. I mean any subject imaginable. Why? Well, I believe if I do, I perpetuate this event or person or political field to stay in this state, which in turn causes me to live in this matrix. The key is to do it without anxiety or doubt. Yes, I know, it's easier said than done. You must feel the reality of their perfection in your own mind. See them as already healed, happy, and whole. Your conviction and your feeling impress this idea upon the universal subconscious mind, which is connected to everyone. Your prayer becomes a silent, powerful force for good. It's crucial to understand that the subconscious mind doesn't engage in arguments. It simply accepts what it's told with conviction. This is why affirmations work for some and not for others. If you say, "I am wealthy," but your inner feeling is, "I am broke and desperate," your subconscious will respond to the dominant feeling, not the empty words. This is why the drowsy, sleepy state is so powerful. I use this method all the time. Why? Why not use my sleep time for positive results instead of wasting this time? It helps you bypass that inner conflict. It allows you to feel the reality of your desire without your conscious mind getting in the way. So, let's recap the steps to make this work for you. First, identify your desire. What is it you truly want to achieve, heal, or change? Be specific. Second, create a short, simple phrase that summarizes your desire as if it's already a fact. It's phrases like, "I am healed," "Success is mine," or "I am peaceful," "Work perfectly." Third, find a quiet moment, preferably before sleep or upon waking, when you are relaxed and drowsy. I also do this daily. Fourth, repeat your phrase over and over again like a lullaby. Feel the emotion of it. Imagine the scene of your desire fulfilled. Feel the joy, the relief, the gratitude. 8. Let that feeling be the last thing on your mind as you drift off to sleep. And finally, have faith. Trust the process. That you have planted a seed, and the law of growth will take care of the rest. Remember, this is not a one-time fix. It's a practice, a new way of living and thinking. The more you practice this mental engineering, the more skilled you will become. You are building a new mental habit. You are taking conscious control of your life by directing your subconscious mind. Your mind is your greatest asset. It's a garden. You can let weeds of fear and doubt grow wild, or you can choose to cultivate beautiful flowers of peace, health, and happiness. The choice is always yours. Start tonight. Choose one thing you want to change, one desire you want to fulfill. Formulate your phrase, and as you fall asleep, pass it over to the infinite intelligence and power within you. You have the tools. You have the power. All you need to do is use them. Thank you so much for joining me today on this journey into the mind. Hope this gives you a practical and powerful tool to start creating the life you truly desire. If you found this helpful, please give it a like and consider subscribing for more insights into the power of your mind. Till next time, take care and keep building your beautiful life from the inside out. Oh, yes. One last thing, this chapter 6 is a long one, so look for chapter 6a, chapter 6b, and maybe even chapter 6c. Cheers.